Nick Lane, Power, Sex, Suicide, Mitochondria, and the Meaning of Life. Dive into the captivating world of mitochondria with Nick Lane's Power, Sex, Suicide, Mitochondria, and the Meaning of Life. This intriguing book unravels the mysteries of these cellular powerhouses and their role in the development of complex life forms. Discover how mitochondria came into existence, their contributions to cellular respiration, and their part in the evolution of multicellular organisms. This book summary also delves into the fascinating connections between mitochondria, aging, and the formation of sexes, providing insights into the very meaning of life itself.
The origins of multicellular life. Over 4 billion years ago, the only life on Earth were algae and bacteria. Multicellular organisms containing eukaryotic cells, which all contain mitochondria, began to appear 600 million years ago. These eukaryotic cells are what humans and animals are made up of. It was once believed that prokaryotes evolved into eukaryotes, but this is not the case. Eukaryotic cells are distinct and 10 to 100 times larger than prokaryotic cells. Mitochondria play a crucial role in all multicellular life, as they are only found in eukaryotic cells. It is thought that eukaryotes formed from a merger of a prokaryotic host cell and a mitochondria. The secret of mitochondria's power. The book reveals a fascinating fact that our existence is similar to a flame of life. The act of breathing allows us to burn glucose, known as cellular respiration. Mitochondria is the powerhouse of eukaryotic cells, generating energy 10,000 times higher than the sun. The process of energy production involves pushing protons through membranes inside the mitochondria. The stored-up protons are slowly released to produce ATP, the energy currency of life. British biochemist Peter Mitchell termed this process as chemiosmotic coupling and won the Nobel Prize for his work. The book summaries how complex scientific ideas like cellular respiration and chemiosmotic coupling are simplified for understanding and provides readers with an insight into the science behind the human body's energy generation. Why bacteria can't transform into complex organisms. Bacteria's inability to transform into complex organisms is due to several factors, such as not being able to evolve through natural selection alone and being constrained by the need for quick replication and lack of mitochondria. Bacteria have been around for about 4 billion years and have survived in various environments. Despite their ability to adapt, they remain single-celled organisms. Meanwhile, eukaryotes have evolved into complex entities, capable of complex abilities such as sentience. This leads to the question, what is stopping bacteria from transforming? The answer is that bacteria can't evolve into complex organisms through natural selection alone. The difference between prokaryotes and eukaryotes is simply too great. Additionally, the bacteria's genome is much smaller than that of eukaryotes, and this significant difference cannot be explained solely by the gradual process of evolution. One reason that bacteria cannot evolve into complex organisms is their need for fast replication. To survive, bacteria need to adapt to their environment quickly. Having small genomes is one way to achieve quick replication, but it also means that bacteria are less complex and cannot hold the code for complex organisms such as humans. Furthermore, bacteria are constrained by the lack of mitochondria. Without mitochondria, bacteria must rely on their outer cell membrane for respiration, which requires energy and limits their size. In contrast, eukaryotes possess mitochondria and can acquire more, giving them the ability to maintain energy generation while growing. In conclusion, bacteria's inability to transform into complex organisms is due to several factors such as not being able to evolve through natural selection alone and being constrained by the need for quick replication and lack of mitochondria. The growth of complexity. The development of complex life forms is not driven by evolution's endgame, but rather by energy efficiency and an economy of scale. Eukaryotes have become more elaborate over time due to their energy and mitochondria. Compared to bacteria, becoming bigger makes eukaryotes more efficient, resulting in an immediate reward. Rats, for instance, have faster metabolism rates relative to their size, allowing them to use more energy per unit of time than larger creatures like humans. As the mass of eukaryotes increases, so does their energy demand, but at a slower pace. Thus, bigger organisms spend fewer resources on mere survival, enabling them to grow and become more complex. Whether complexity resulted from chance or natural selection is unknown, but eukaryotes' energy efficiency has contributed to their progression towards greater complexity. Mitochondria, the molecular police and the origins of sexual reproduction. Multicellular organisms are composed of billions of cells, each with a specific role that contributes to the organism's well-being. However, in the earliest years of multicellular life, mitochondria may have used apoptosis, or programmed cell death, to kill their host cells for their own benefit. This relationship between mitochondria and host cells could explain the origins of sexual reproduction. Mitochondria are the molecular police that control apoptosis, which is necessary for healthy cell division and to prevent selfish cell multiplication. If a cell fails to split, the mitochondria are trapped and their survival depends on merging with another cell, leading to the recombination of DNA, the process at the heart of sexual reproduction. Mitochondria not only determine the timing of cell death, but they could also have influenced the development of sexual reproduction by triggering the genes that produce sperm and eggs. This parasitic relationship demonstrates the complex nature of evolution and how relationships between organisms can shape the course of life. Biological differences between the sexes. The book delves into the distinctive biological differences between male and female. While biologists differentiate through sex chromosomes, an even more significant difference lies in the passing of mitochondrial DNA. Two sexes allow for DNA recombination from various origins. The variety facilitates and helps mend damaged genes. The passing of mitochondrial DNA takes us to why males produce mobile sperms and females immobile eggs. Mitochondria are available in around 100,000 human eggs, making the likelihood low that male mitochondria will be transmitted. Mitochondrial DNA can be used to map the ancestry of living humans to one lone woman called Mitochondrial Eve, who lived in Africa some 200,000 years ago. This discovery laid the foundation for the out-of-Africa theory, which supposes that all modern humans had originated in Africa. Mitochondria, life and death. According to the widely accepted theory, the size of an organism determines its lifespan due to its metabolic rate. This is linked to how quickly our body consumes energy, which the mitochondria are responsible for. Mitochondria release free radicals that are toxic to living tissue and DNA. When they damage mitochondria, cells degenerate, and an organism ages. The rate of aging and age-related illnesses is correlated with the rate of free radicals leaking. This mitochondrial theory of aging suggests that antioxidants can inhibit aging, but this has been proved incorrect. However, the main argument that there is a connection between mitochondrial leakage and aging holds true. Therefore, mitochondria have a central role in determining life and death.
As we conclude our journey with power, sex, suicide, mitochondria, and the meaning of life, let's take a moment to recognize the enormous influence of these incredible organelles. Responsible for the energy production in eukaryotic cells, mitochondria have played a crucial part in the emergence of complex life forms and the fascinating intricacies that eukaryotes possess. Through Nick Lane's book, we have discovered the connections between mitochondria and cellular respiration, aging, and even sexual reproduction. Truly, these powerhouses hold the secrets of life and death, shaping the world as we know it today. Explore the mysteries of our origins and existence with this eye-opening summary, and embrace the wonders of mitochondria and the meaning of life.